Hello, Dr. P. My name is Donna Owen, and I am in your Spring Human Service Counseling 508 class. I would love to cover a few things with you today with this project and help someone overcome some of the challenges I have faced in communicating throughout my life. Next slide. I will define interpersonal communication as well as what an overarching goal is. My presentation will discuss my personal overarching goal. I will also give some examples for enlarging a conversation. Within this video, I would like to share some of my background and my personal behavior blend with some positive and negative aspects of that blend. I would like to discuss some potential barriers within this context. I also have a few plans to share that I feel will help me to overcome my barriers. Next slide. According to Stewart, he describes interpersonal communication as a term used to label the communication that happens when people involved talk and listen in ways that maximize the presence of personal. There have been studies done that recognize this as an actual skill. Next. In our text, Listening, the Forgotten Skill, the author writes, when you are listening effectively, you have a better chance of being in charge of a situation and influencing the outcome. Here are some of my goals to reach the empathetic level of listening. To build my level of communicating that inspires relationships that build trust. To help be able to hear key words, phrases, and ideas while listening, and to master skills that I can apply in all aspects of my life. Next slide. Here is an interesting definition of enlarging the conversation, and it is a term that applies to concept meaning, essentially understanding and listening and speaking or responding from a perspective that is larger than your own. Next slide. Stewart gives us a few ways to enlarge conversations, stating that a good listener can be defined as one who is mindful of the wide spectrum of listening skills, and that mindful listening can helpfully promote interpersonal quality communication. Next slide. There are a few different blends that a person can have when looking at the chart for behavioral blends. Mine happens to be the CS, or people and task oriented. For the most part, this shows that I am steady, stable, shy, security oriented, and a servant. Cautious, contempt, compliant, careful, just to name a few. Next slide. The negatives that I see with this blend include that I avoid conflicts, I have difficulty verbalizing feelings, and I am overly sensitive when it comes to criticism. Next slide. Some of the positives associated with this blend is that we are organizers, we can maintain focus, and we have a tendency to be peacemakers within a group. Next slide. Some of the barriers that I see are self-disclosure, the time lag factor, and semantics. Also self-sabotage. Next slide. Here are some plans to help me with barriers and negative aspects of the blend. I need to learn how to listen empathetically, stand up for myself, and learn how to deal with conflict. Another aspect that we can do is to clarify what has been said. Next slide. In conclusion, we must remember that no two people are the same. However, by understanding the behavioral blends and personality types, we can have meaningful conversations with one another. I hope you have enjoyed my presentation and hope that you have a blessed day. Thank you.